So I guess Pokken isn't dead, which really surprises me. I thought it would have been. I thought they just put it on the Switch to make a couple more dollars, however many dollars that might have been. But no, I guess they're really trying to support it, and I'm, for one, all on board with that. Because if there's one thing that Pokken needs, it is support.
Fellas, we gotta save Pokken. This game has so much potential. It could be fantastic. Its fighting system is unique and fun. The roster, although a little bit small, it's still pretty solid. It's still pretty diverse. The problem with Pokken is that it needs more.
You see, Nintendo does not know how to make fighting games.
Ah yes, Smash. The single exception. Solely because the man behind it.
Masahiro Sakurai is a genius, and that's the only reason that Smash is as good as it is today. So what does Smash do right that the other games don't? Specifically Pokken, because that's what the video is called.
The main problems with Pokken are its lack of content and variety. There's just not a lot to do.
The campaign is abysmally boring. It's a trudge. You gotta step through it with mud boots on. And after you beat the campaign, the only thing to do is online, unless you want to, fight CPUs for the rest of the game. Everything else is just a boring 1v1 scenario, and there's nothing to break up the monotony of it, and it's terrible. There's variety in the characters' movesets, but in everything else, really not.
They all feel very samey, not in the gameplay-wise, but the Pokemon they put in. I can't help but think that if you like one of these Pokemon a lot, there's a good chance you like a good amount of the rest of them a lot. I'm not talking about Chandelure. We're not talking about Chandelure. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but there's not enough. I don't know. There's not enough me Pokemon. There's one Pokemon in this game that I like. It happens to be my favorite one. It's not even the one I bought. At least you know what? That's what I think. I mean, what do I know? What do I know?
So what does Smash have that it doesn't?
Smash has a lot more. Period.
There's obviously more characters, but there's also more diverse stages and just more things to do. There's plenty of modes to choose from. Tired of playing normal Smash? Well, you do some challenges and games and more. You can do a home run derby, you can do a trophy rush, you can do the multi-man Smash, I think that's what that's called. Smash 2, never mind, you don't have to do that. But you see what I mean? There's a whole lot of unique and different things to do. Something that Pokken has none of. The other thing that I think sets Smash above Nintendo's other fighting games is its lack of focus on casual or competitive gameplay.
For fun and for glory are two very different ideals, but they both combine to form one ideal that Smash holds very close to its heart. The division between casual and competitive. You can play casually, and you can play competitively. In Smash, there's plenty of room for either. I'm more of a casual Smash player. I'm not good at Smash along with 90% of everyone else. But let's say someone I know is really good at Smash, really wants to be competitive with it, they can go do that. But they can't here. Here's nowhere, and no one around my area plays Smash. But that's not the point. Pokken, on the other hand, does not have this.
The entire game of Pokken focuses solely on competitive play, and that just completely takes out a complete market you could market to, but they don't, because this is a competitive fighting game. This is a problem I feel ARMS has the opposite of, because ARMS isn't competitive enough, and it's too casual. But I don't know, I don't have ARMS, so I couldn't. I'm not going to waste $60 on that. I already wasted $60 on this. Rest in peace anyone who bought Pokken on the Wii U, by the way. And Nintendo doesn't want to put a demo out for it, because no, why would they? I don't want to play a game before I try to purchase it, because maybe I just want a luck of the draw gamble. That sounds fun! There's a lot of fun modes on it, but other than that, ARMS is pretty much just the same as Pokken, where it's only a couple of modes that aren't really that fun, and also only cater to one audience. Both of these games fail because they have a focus on one or the other, and not a balanced focus on both.
So now I got the main problems with Pokken. Trust me, there's more of them. We're not going to get into all of those. How are we gonna fix them? Well, I've got a couple ideas. That does anything for you. I don't know.
Obviously, add some new characters. They're already adding 2. They might as well add 1 or 2 more. I don't see a problem with that. Next, is preferably nothing from like Gen 1 or Gen 4 because I'm tired of it. Next, add all costumes because they should be in every fighting game. They're fun. It's a fun thing to have. You know what? I don't want to use normal Pikachu. I want to use Pikachu with a cool hat on. I can't imagine that changing a couple colors around is all that hard in the first place. I mean, they did it. They did it. They do it all the time in the original games, in the normal games. My next suggestion is a brand new mode that will add tons of variety and make the game more fun, at least in theory. I don't know. I'm not a game designer. I ain't made no games. I've tried. None of them worked out. I mean, I don't got the equipment. Look at this recording. This is the best recording I've ever done, and it's terrible.
So hear me out. You know Smash Room from the 3DS version of Smash? You know the one where you go around and... Basically, we're going to take that. We're going to put it in Pokken, but not quite. Because just normal Smash Run, I don't feel like it worked that much in Pokken. Instead of just putting Smash Run into Pokken, we're going to add a little thing. Any of y'all ever played a Mystery Dungeon? So what I suggest, we take Mystery Dungeon. We take Smash Run, we put them together, and we shove them into Pokken.
You pick your favorite fighter and you head out on a journey to obtain collectibles and glory. You run around different floors, Mystery Dungeon style, and take out smaller Pokemon, like reprogrammed supports or something like that. And collect things as you go. Things could be money, titles, avatar items, or even some dungeon mode exclusive items, like some cool alt costumes that you can only get through that. Every floor, or every few floors, there'd be like a boss, which would be one of the playable Pokemon in the game, so it's, harder to beat than, Frogadier throwing stuff at you. You could also do some cool things with this, like maybe you could add some characters that aren't $15, and you can unlock them for getting far enough in this mode. But they probably won't do that. The progression could either be roguelike, because so you keep playing, or maybe you could have like different dungeons, kind of like a Mystery Dungeon where you have to go through each one. Each one you have different stuff in it, and there's a different boss at the end, and then it's kind of like a story progression. If they wanted to do a story mode, they could. I don't think they would, but that'd be awesome if they did, because it would make up for this trash. And all of these are just some of the possibilities of this dungeon mode that I've proposed.
Pokken is not dead yet. So instead of just adding a couple characters and pushing it to the side and getting rid of it, we don't want it anymore, I want this game to be supported and actually come out the other side as an actual, real game that's worth $60. I want Nintendo to try their best to make a truly fun experience and a truly great game. You think my ideas were good? Well, like this video, I guess. Think my ideas were bad? Put your own suggestions in the comments below. Or just yell at me. That's acceptable too, I guess. I'm Flair in the Manzilla Show. I'll see you in the next one, probably.